There's a QR on the back of this tent and quite often around the grounds here. Take a picture of it with your phone and it'll show you where you line up.
Good morning, this is Jason Dupree with OCR Report. We are live from Stratton Mountain, OCR World Championships 2021. Today is the 15K. I'm in the booth all by myself at the moment. We've got a couple of cameras on course. It's going to be an interesting long race. We've got a rabbit, awesome rabbit today. Dylan Scott's going to be running up the mountain with our guys. And obviously it's going to be a struggle to capture both the men and the women's race, but we're going to do the best we can. Stick with us. We got the men going off in just a moment.
¡Chino! ¡Chino! Suerte, suerte, ñaño, dale. No, él va en el grupo. Vamos para los.
At start line now, we see pardon our camera person trying to work out the gimbal. These guys have got a run up the hill to a couple of obstacles and then come right back just for a slant wall down here in the village before they head back up the mountain for the first big climb. Not a huge climb, not like the climb later, but first climb of the day. Second climb of the day, really. Small climb here first, bigger climb out to Gibbons before they head back to the village for Valkyrie. We've got one of our cameras that are in portrait mode. I'm going to run down there and see if I can help out there. Be right back for the commentary. Never mind, looks like they got it worked out. Awesome. We're going to listen to Justin here for just a moment.
Dios. Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, señores y señores, damas y caballeros, to day 2 of the OCR World Championship for the premier event in the sport of obstacle course racing. We are live both on Motor One Guide as well as Obstacle Racing Media. This is presented by Adventury, your race director, Mr. Adrian Bijanata. Your build crew for today's 15K, the Bob and Sid Show, as well as Ready Race Obstacles. My man Aaron, please give him a round of applause. Your sponsors for the day include Legendborn, VJ Shoes, Wake Bag, Hammer Nutrition, Beast Gooder, Defend, Force 5, Gorilla Ropes, Hooray, Red Bull, Hello Fresh, Rubberman CBD, What Gives OCR Buddy. In partnership with Obstacle Racing Media, Stratton Mountain Foundation, Stratton Mountain Resort, Protect Our Winters Event.com, 1% for the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on one side of the course, celebrating 50 years, being founded as this resort with an elevation of 1,131 meters, 99 acres. That is Stratton Mountain. And their opponent from all 4 corners of the globe to the start line of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, get set. The world champs are here. This countdown begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
And the men are off. Up the hill they go. Let's see who he's got out in the front of the pack. It looks like Logan Broadbent in first, up in the front. Logan, well known for his boomerang skills and great obstacle proficiency. We've got our timer. It's going to be about 45 seconds behind. But over the course of the day, I think that'll work out for us. You see that some of the guys already starting to power hike it. Still a lot of guys putting on the running feet. They're coming up this first climb to do a couple of, let's double check the map to see where they're gonna, what obstacles they're gonna be doing up here. First obstacle we're going to see them get to is the hurdles, and then a 6-foot wall and a ramp wall before they get back to before they come back down for that ramp wall, and then they go up to trapeze. Will be the first technical, more or less technical first rig they get to. We've already got some women lining up at the start line. We'll definitely be able to catch them taking off.
I am a rabbit today for Jason. Did you see the pictures I sent him yesterday?
We got Jamie as a rabbit for us today, down waiting at the start line for the women.
When I was running, and he was like, "Look at these pictures Brittany took," and I was like,
we've got a pretty skilled rabbit with us today, but obviously these men are fast, and they already know this part of the hill. They're going to be going quick, so we're going to take advantage of the obstacles and try to take some shortcuts if need be. This is going to be a long race, and there's not much to see at the moment. Simply just slogging up the hill. Here come the hurdles. Rabbit's going to be happy he gets us to skip past them. Oh, they're going. The rules for the hurdles are to go over them, but we're seeing athletes go under them. There's obviously nobody there to officiate that obstacle. Not really much of a need, so kind of funny. A little bit of downhill here. And down this hill, we're going to see a 6-foot wall, then the slant wall. Looks like our rabbit's going for the shortcut over to trapeze. There's Rose and another athlete having a good time. Waiting to see our rabbit catch up to the men. That gimbal work while running is pretty tough. We feel like we got some good gimbals, but there might be some kinks we can work out with them. The women, we believe, I thought they were saying 8:15, but looks like they might be a few minutes after that. There's the 6-foot wall. Our rabbit could definitely take a shortcut here to watch the men coming back up. Let's see who we've got in first here. Looks like Logan Broadbent still possibly in first. Really going for it. Now, it is possible that some athletes are ahead of him and we just didn't catch them. But so far, looking like Logan in first. But it's still a long race today. Some nice flat roads in this spot. It's probably making for some good speed, but looks like they're going back up the hill now. It's probably just a slight incline. Not much slowing Logan down. Not much at all. We did try to up the video quality just a touch today. You know, it's always tricky with cell phone signal, but it's looking okay. Let us know what you think about the slightly improved quality over yesterday. And here comes Trapeze. This is just going to be a series of hanging. Oh, a little bit of lâché to the first one. Hanging pipes. Really got to get a nice swing there. Looks like he skipped the last one. A couple other men coming through. Kind of hard to tell who's who at that sunlight. That's definitely VJ's swing. VJ in second. Thanks for the heads up, guys. Appreciate the comments. The men are now headed up after trapeze to high-low, snake pit, and a Force 5 LCD. Those should be some pretty interesting obstacles to watch. Feels like the women are getting ready to take off in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
We're going to listen into them for a moment.
OCR World Championship, Day 2 for the Pro Women's Championship. Once again, this is presented by Adventury, Mr. Adrian Viginata, your race director, including our spectacular sponsors, including VJ Shoes, North America. Be sure to stop by as they do have size 1 to 14. Thank you. Legend Board, VJ Shoes, Right Back, Yammer Nutrition, Base Gunner, Defend, Force 5, Gorilla Ropes. Keep it going. Gorilla Ropes, Hurrag, Red Bull, HelloFresh, Riverbend CBD, Mud Gear, and OCR Buddy. How's it look? Fantastic. No, it's coffee. That's good. Fantastic. Ladies, are you ready? Run. Spectators, are we ready for this? Oscar Racing Media, are we ready? Absolutely. OCR Report, are we ready?
Woohoo!
I'm gonna go and give them like a thumbs up all I want. Can we give a thumbs up for OCR Report? This will be a fun Facebook cover. Real quick. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Give these ladies a round of applause. We're not seeing them for a good 30 minutes. 35. Standing to my Miss Lindsay Webster. We saw her yesterday. Your first place overall 3K of the championship. Rose Wetzel on my right. Yadi's Cruz representing Puerto Rico. Switzerland's in the building.
No, Denmark.
Argentina's in the building. Denmark's in the building.
Texas.
Canada is in the building. Mexico, Nicaragua, South America, USA! This race begins in 10, 9, 8,
7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, Emma's entire parade is kicked off here in Stratton Mountain Resort.
So we were able to get our timer on time there. It looks like we've got, couldn't quite catch that obstacle. Looked like it was just a little bit of monkey bars. We're not sure how the signal is going to be back in the back half of the course. Up on top of the mountain, it should look good. Maybe Sid will give us our guy a ride here. Oh, there's nobody in there. Because we can't have cameras everywhere on course, we're definitely going to have to. Oh, this obstacle here. Like a catwalk from Savage Race. BJ coming out strong. That was the high-low, I believe. Which would mean next is Snake Pit.
Like that.
The men are now about 13, 14 minutes in. Logan's still up front. Snake Pit, just a whole bunch of ropes. VJ's making quick work of it, though, making up a little bit of time, I think. Yeah, VJ's definitely made up some ground on Logan. You know, VJ has been training all year to focus on the 3K. I don't believe he was even necessarily considering running the 15K at first, but you know, here he is. You know, I think he just had so much fun yesterday and wanted to get back out there. He, you know, may not. He says that he doesn't line up at the start line unless he expects to win, but who knows? Maybe this one's just for fun. He definitely has the ability to win, but I'm curious what's going through his head. If he was going in with that same mindset, or if he was like, I just want to get out there and run again. Even with the camera, you can really see how steep this is. I mean, these guys.
You want me over?
Jamie, our other rabbit, checking in with us. Great shot there down the hill. That's awesome.
Yesterday I ran my race and all the lunch.
This hike up the mountain, after Snake Pit, we're going to come see Force 5 LCD, and then Gibbons even a little further out before they start heading back down to where the farmer's carry is. There's Brian Kempson hiking up that hill. Oh, a little bit of camera like we said, we didn't know how the signal is going to be. We expect it to be decent up there. We did get some tests ahead of time, but it may cut out from time to time.
Kempson's no stranger to elevation. He really likes. He grew up close to Killington. For those that have been in OCR for a while, you're very familiar with Killington. So this is very much in his wheelhouse. So the fact that he's power hiking this means that a lot of people are. When I was at the start, I saw a lot of people were walking in the elite field. So that was very interesting to see as well.
And this is
tough to see because of the glare.
Force 5 LCD. This is the one with the hooks and the rings. So kind of like, what was it, Swing Away at, I forget the name of it at Savage Race.
Ships Ahoy or
Ships
something,
Ahoy,
something
yeah.
like that. Anchors Away.
Anchors Away, there you go. A little combination of
Lock
both.
it in.
It's Mike Stefano here at the booth with me just for a moment. I know he's out, probably waiting for the pros to come back in. There goes Aaron Newell.
Nice.
Aaron Newell with a very recognizable white shirt and mullet going.
Mullet more so.
Not sure how the dew is affecting those obstacles this morning. It was definitely out on the front deck here. The dew was quite prominent on the ground.
Yeah. Also, the weather down here is going to be very different from the weather up there too. So it's going to be a lot colder. Guinea Pig Paradise asks, who's in third for men?
Not sure at the moment. We're seeing Logan in first and VJ right on his heels in second. We couldn't quite tell who was there in third.
Did you talk about Logan and his travels yet?
In his travels? No, I didn't. Go ahead.
So I talked to him this morning, and he was saying how his flight came in from the Maldives, late last night, and he drove into Boston, drove all the way up. So I'm sure he's very tired, but he's very accustomed to traveling a lot. He's an American Ninja Warrior. He's one of the best professional boomerang throwers in the world, so he travels like this all the time. But it's still going to take its toll. I hope he has a solid day today for making it all the way out here.
Looks like our rabbit might be trying to take a shortcut, so hopefully he can catch him back at Gibbons. I know Gibbons would be a really good one to see, but it is basically as far out as they go right here.
Beautiful view, though.
Gorgeous view. Really awesome. I mean, this is only like halfway up.
Yeah.
If that.
It gets worse.
But you can see off in the distance how some of the cloud cover is still in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Or is that a lake? It's hard to tell.
Can't tell.
I think it is a lake.
The sun makes it tough. It was almost
It'd
easier
be
when
a
it was
lot of
raining,
lake, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Igor does today. Again, I was very unfamiliar with him, but I started checking out more on him last night on Instagram, and he came from Russia. So he's representing them, and he did very well yesterday. He took third. So we'll see how he does on a longer course. He said that Russia is very mountainous where he lives. So Wally World is saying very scenic. Yep. It's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, and the weather has been, rainy yesterday morning, but gorgeous otherwise.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it's not going to be wet and wild for the team race is going to be so unique. It seems like the team race always gets the worst of it.
Yeah, definitely. I know for the team race, Lindsay's having trouble. She wanted to put a team together, but there's not enough Canadians up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's very bummed out about that. She said that she also has, an address in the United States. So she asked if she could join a team for them, too, and Adrian said no.
Oh.
But who would not want to race with her? Let's see. From the athlete guide, hurdles, multiple rows of waist-high wooden structures requiring athletes to...
Yeah, there's a lot of text in that comment, but yes, the hurdles you're supposed to go over. So we saw some men actually go under it earlier.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Which maybe they didn't read the rules.
Yeah.
There's no volunteer there to correct anybody.
You wouldn't think we'd need one. That's fair. Yeah.
I can't imagine them holding strict to that.
No, yeah,
to that
that's
completion.
a disadvantage. So I'm sure they won't be punished for that. No disqualifications here.
I believe Dylan's probably trying to wait for the men to come back down from Gibbons because they're going to be passing pretty close to where he is. Then he should be able to run with them out over to the farmer's carry.
I'm assuming that those sandbags should be nice and dry for today, as opposed to yesterday. If they were to use that obstacle, those would be extra heavy.
Yeah, they definitely got nice bit of sun on them yesterday afternoon. We're about 23 minutes in at the moment.
Yeah.
There's Sid.
Okay, cool.
Sid, yeah, helping Dylan out, telling him where to go.
Nice. Yeah, it was nice talking to him a bit last night. For those that missed our end of the day, into 3K day, he joined us for a little bit and had some words of wisdom as part of the build crew, which we very much appreciated.
Yeah, if you want a quick 20-minute recap of the 3K race, the pro race, check out our YouTube page, OCR Report. Well, where you are right now, OCRreport.com. Sorry. YouTube.com/the OCR Report. And yes, Grit Fitness, it is Dylan Scott has come up to run for us, which is amazing. And I told him I recognized the name, but I didn't recognize his, remember his face until I went on his Facebook page and saw that Dylan Scott recently at the Grit Games broke the record for the endurance challenge at that. I mean, he did a dead hang that was like 3-4 minutes. I can't remember how long it was, but it was something nuts.
Yeah, he seemed really nice. I met him today. His name sounded familiar. I'm not sure if it's also the name of a country musician or something, but it kind of sounds like it would be. But he was very nice, and so we're very grateful for having him up on the mountain because I could not run like he's running. Not currently. Currently he's standing. I can do that. I can do that very well.
And he actually came to run for us after he was watching the 3K yesterday, and he asked in the comments if we needed a rabbit.
Oh, very cool. So what is he doing up here? What was he running any event?
He lives nearby. He lives,
cool.
I think he said about 70 minutes away.
Then I should really know who this person is. And he went all the way to the Grit Games, which is in...
Yeah, in Texas, down in Houston.
Okay.
Or outside of Houston.
I should be much more familiar with him.
Well, he said that he's more into the high rocks, functional fitness kind of stuff.
Yes, hybrid racing.
Yeah.
I think that's trademarked by Dave Claxton.
He hasn't done any of the DecaFits yet, but he's very interested in doing so. Mm-hmm. He said they just haven't really come out to this area a ton. They had New Jersey recently, but he had something going on. So
yeah,
he seems like he would do very well at those events.
Yeah, Grit Fitness is saying great athlete. Happy to have him. Yeah, he seems like I don't know how he is as an athlete other than what I've heard, but he seems like a great person, and I respect that above and beyond. So someone power hiking up here.
Really pleased with the connection on the mountain.
Yeah, this is on a mountain, people. It's 2021, but things are still tough for getting services on mountains. So
it seems like cell signal has gotten better and better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over previous years, it's 2 years ago that we were here.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. On one hand, I'm like, time flies, and on the other hand, I'm like, it's been way too long. So.
I know he's pointing at that obstacle, and I do wish he was a little closer, but he's waiting. I know he wants to be able to see those athletes coming down from the front runners so he can get up, catch up with them.
No.
Looks like he's going to walk with
Go
with Sid, maybe?
Loop back around here a little ways, and they should be coming down.
Sid, take him in the buggy.
What would this be? Say what? But okay.
I imagine we did get to see the women go off. Okay. Were you out there for that?
Yes, I was. Yeah, it was really exciting to see them at the start. The guys were just kind of standing there, talking. The ladies were dancing.
Yeah,
I love seeing that. I don't want to say names, but I'm not entirely sure who they are. But some of them looked like they were having a really fun time, including the one from Puerto Rico. And again, not as much representation from there as I would have liked. They're the most fun country, I would say, from North American Championships in the past. But
yeah, it does make me wonder. Yeah, how if they had any issues getting in or out of the country.
Yeah. Also, Justin may have messed up and called Denmark, Sweden, or Switzerland. Will the women be here soon? Most likely. The women started about 15 minutes after the men.
And we've got our first male.
So depending on
right now, looks to have
factors.
a decent gap.
Yeah, I don't believe Dylan's going to see the men or the women come up because he's going to be sticking with our guys here as best he can. But here comes, looks like VJ.
It's so tough to tell.
VJ looks like he's got a pretty big a gap on Logan. Logan nowhere in sight at the moment. he did make up some time when he came up from. They were hiking up the hill through the first couple of obstacles. There's Dylan Scott's face.
And for those that think just that, Logan Broadbent's just an American Ninja Warrior, just as a boomerang thrower, he also has a background as a marathoner, and he has a lot of other background with running too. So,
wow, look at this gap. Sorry.
Yeah, wow.
Here comes Logan.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Great descender. And again, he's from Ohio. Like, they don't have mountains there, but he does, hill repeats, and he trains the way that he needs to in order to make it to events that have mountainous courses like this.
And we're still not sure who's in third. I mean, even Logan's got a pretty good gap on the third place person.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, Logan Broadbent is the only man to beat VJ Jones this year. Happened at Indian Mud Run. We'll see how that plays out today, but it's a fun fact because VJ is pretty dominant in the sport right now.
So it looks like that from here they're going to be going down to, they've done Gibbons and the Confidence Climb, and they're heading down to Skull Valley. Got a couple of obstacles here. There's Skull Valley. VJ's already through and gone. Looks like no problem for Logan. Maybe we'll catch who's in third. Wow. Okay, here's a third place person. Let's see if we can see who this is. I couldn't tell, could you?
No. I blinked. Quite frankly, I blinked, and now I can't see.
Is that the women going up? It looks like the women might be cruising through.
It's so tough to see. You know how they say, like, objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear? I feel like it's the opposite with cameras. Like, you can see so much better than the cameras can. So.
Got a little bit of hang up on the camera, so we're switching down to the bottom of the mountain.
Flowers and stuff to the left. That's kind of pretty.
Yeah. Gonna wait for that feed to come back to us. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh no.
I think we jinxed it with the service up on the mountain. We're getting higher up now. There we go. Beautiful clear sky. Well, semi-clear sky. Looks like Kempson. It could have been.
It did kind of look like him, but it was so hard to tell from our little screen here.
Yeah, that's true. It's easiest to tell him the difference too, because I know he's wearing a Athletic Brewing headband. I know he's sponsored by them. And I am expecting him to do well this weekend. So
there's Aaron Newell in front of this little pack.
Yep.
And is that Igor right behind him?
It looks like Igor, and then right at the very behind, that's Ryan Brizzalara. He's recovering from a sickness, and he says his lungs are feeling a little sticky, but he's feeling better today than he did with the 3K. He's also looking forward to the tactical games, because with the 3K, it's just all out. With this, you get to kind of reel people in and everything. You see Aaron Newell walking a bit there. I wonder how his legs are holding up. Again, he's post-surgery from earlier this year, some pretty traumatic surgery from what I saw. So just happy to see him out here in general.
And here's Triumph.
Yes.
What everybody always knew as Dragon's Back from Toughest Europe. Sid has taken that to his Battle OCR and always put an extra twist on it. So you've got Dragon's Back into a cargo climb. Three Dragon's Backs into cargo down, back up.
Aaron Carlin says that was Kempson in third. Thank you, Aaron.
Appreciate it. And just a little ring of the bell, and then you're on.
Nice.
So amazing how Dragon's Back, everybody, so many people, it can really throw them off because it's not a very hard obstacle.
Yeah.
We see kids do it and larger people do it, but man, the mental game of getting through it.
Absolutely. I remember the first time I faced off against it, it was the 3 jumps and it was a rope swing to a cargo net, and I fumbled on that because the rope was so muddy. And I was just so nervous. I didn't want to do the jumps again because I was scared. And I had already done it, so I know it's not scary, but it just gets in your head a little bit there.
So this, I thought there was supposed to be a rig here, but it looks like it's just a over-the-wall kind of thing. But then after that is the farmer's carry. Three guys on all at once.
Oh, what happened there?
Dropped down. Missed his footing, maybe.
Yeah. There's Aaron, and Ryan, and Igor behind. I know Ryan's just super excited to play on the obstacles. He only just started getting into OCR in 2019. Didn't really get to do much in 2020, as the case for most of us. So he's just happy. Worst case scenario, he's just happy to be out here playing with all these people. And it's still going up.
There's the farmer's carry bags.
Yes. Okay. Is this where they were last?
No, they were more over where Skitch is.
Okay.
Sid posted a picture saying that they put the bags down there in a heart shape for all the athletes.
Oh, that's very kind of him.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if the front runner guys have finished the carry or not. Let's see how big this carry is, how far they go up.
Yeah. So Grizzlara passed Aaron. Is that Kempton ahead? Where are we right now? I'm in trouble.
Wow,
That's
this is a lot
very
further
big
than
one.
I thought it was going to be.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I see someone descending. Looks like they're going pretty quick.
Obviously, it's going to look a lot closer if that's VJ. The rest of the pack is going to look a lot closer than they really are.
Yeah.
Because once he gets done,
Here you go, big dog.
VJ took his shirt off. It must be nice and hot out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since he's right there and everybody else is on the farmer's carry, as soon as he gets finished, he is just going to fly away from him and really open up a big gap.
You go ahead and roll with VJ for a minute.
But even now, Logan is still not close to him. And he's out.
Was that a fire jump there? What was that? There's the rocks. He's flying now, though.
We got Gorilla Ropes Traverse right here.
Mm-hmm.
This was on the 3K course. No.
It's not.
He failed.
Is that platinum rig? Looks like a platinum rig with a
It's
green on
just
top.
long monkey bars, looks like. Yeah, he's...
Looks like he's being
it's
a little bit more cautious
got a
now.
few different things on it. It's got monkey bars. It's got some square bars.
Okay.
I'm curious if it was slippery because he did slip off of it for a second there. And here's the rope traverse.
Yes. There was some issues yesterday with at least our wave where the first people were told not to use their feet, which is kind of ridiculous. This is obviously an obstacle where you would use your feet. So it looks like everything's cleared up a lot more today, which is good to see.
Yeah. Yeah, that rope traverse, like we talked about it yesterday evening, is tricky because with it being 3 different sections, the sag of the rope, just makes it tricky to be able to transition from one section to the next.
Yep.
Yeah, you decided you thought this
I saw somebody who was a much stronger runner than me right next to me slip off and have to redo it just because I think he missed his footing while transitioning. Oh, this is a gorgeous view. Dylan's doing a pretty decent job keeping up right now. I mean, that's I don't know how cautious VJ's taking it, but I mean, it's a long run down this hill.
And again, if he loses them, that's perfectly fine. We can kind of watch the battle for second as well, and our other camera can pick up the festival area, which is where he's heading down to, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get to see him from our other camera at Valkyrie. Yes,
which means I should probably head down there soon. See what I can see down there.
Here's our other camera just waiting for those guys to come through.
Go up one time.
And as the gap closes, we got third. Here comes Kimson. Here we go, Kimson. Good work, good work, good work.
And there was Ryan Kimson. I did miss. Did we see Logan come through? And here comes VJ through the crawl. Nice rolling technique. Does it go back up after?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it goes up.
Yeah, to the right side there, yeah. Quick work through Valkyrie and back up the hill. There's Logan coming in. Logan taking a second to skip that first ring. Now, I know there were discrepancies. Oh, he's kind of getting hung up there. There were discrepancies about if they're telling him you got to touch at least one of the top ones. And here comes Kimson making up some time possibly. He's got Logan in his sights, so he's probably going to be trying to get a push to keep him at least hang on his tail, if not pass him up.
Driving down into the right here. We're gonna shoot back over to VJ. He's coming up and out of the hill.
Some more athletes going into Valkyrie. Got a little bit of a group here. These guys are still kind of sticking together. That may be Igor in the blue there. I'm not sure. Love seeing multiple athletes on a rig at the same time. It's so much fun. Oh, missed the top one. I wonder if they're going to tell him. Nobody said anything. He's off. There's VJ slogging up the hill.
Want me to go jump on the gondola?
Looks like the gap between VJ and Logan is not as big as it seemed at Farmer's Carry.
Out of streams.
But still a lot of racing to go. 42 minutes in, probably maybe less than halfway. But this is the big climb. Got our gonna get a shot from the gondola, which should be pretty cool. Dylan came out and said he's here to run. He wanted to get out on that mountain. Logan's keeping VJ in his sights for sure. This hike is about 1.5 miles up the mountain. There are a couple of obstacles along the way. So once they hike what was the same distance that was hiked in the 3K, they'll hit a few obstacles there, which will include Skitch, the Force 5 low rig, and then Top Shelf. So Top Shelf wasn't in 3K.
Just your ankle?
Logan is doing a great job with this power hiking. VJ,
you're good.
You know, he doesn't necessarily, he lives in Colorado now, so he's got more mountain training in, but if he's training more for the shorter distances, it'll be interesting to see how this goes for him. Would love to hear what he's thinking right now or how he feels about how his performance is going. And he's out in front, so he's looking good. And really, he can always look back and see where these guys are and see if he needs to, if he can hold off or if he needs to press more. He's basically in control right now, and Logan's got to catch him. Shot from inside the gondola. Pretty nice. We'll try and keep an eye out and see if we can actually see the athletes hiking up the mountain here.
Now we can see Broadbent has closed in pretty close on VJ. And there's our gap back to third.
Oh, yeah.
It does look like, yeah, there's some of the athletes right there. Kind of hard to tell who's who. There's Logan and VJ still working at it. Not sure if our gondola cam has passed them up yet or not. Looks like some athletes out there. That could be them. 3 people is what we're looking for. VJ, Logan, and Dylan. But Dylan, I believe, is not within the tape at the moment, so it's really hard to tell. I don't think that's them. That could be Aaron Newell with that white shirt, really stands out. Not even halfway up the mountain yet. Halfway up is where we'll see Skitch and the low rig. The men are about 49 minutes into their race, and the women are still only about 37 minutes into theirs.
Okay. So we've got VJ up to the top of the hill, Logan right behind him.
Yeah, it does look like our gondola has not caught up with the front runner guys yet. That would be amazing if they were able to beat it up. That does look like that would be Skitch right there.
VJ just got through sketch and is on the
VJ just got through sketch and is on the Force 5 low rig.
Awesome, thank you. Doing a great job with the shots up there. So VJ is on the Force 5 low rig, I believe, or he's about to be onto it. Nice and easy. Looks like Logan going through the low rig now. Low rig, not too tricky. I love low rigs. You know, being able to use your feet really takes your weight off your hands. So it feels like you can do some even more amazing things than going through a hang-in rig. But it's just a different game, especially when you have to, at points, let go of your legs. You know, with this rig, you don't really have to. But in other low rigs, having to let go of your legs and hold tight with those knees up, it gets really tricky. But in this situation, this rig is really not too tricky. And really, I think we kind of see that with the course in general for this year. While there are some unique new obstacles, nothing has been just extremely challenging, especially for the pros. You know, Canyon gave some people some trip ups yesterday, but really that's just because it's so new. The obstacle itself is not too crazy hard. It was in a good placement to make it even tougher yesterday. Today, I think with the slower pace of the run, you won't really see you don't really see that as much. I think we're going to see a lot more people get through it today. And after the low rig and after the low rig is top shelf, they'll work their way to the top of the mountain where Lagaff is waiting, and a technical rig, and the over, under, over.
So you got the map right there.
Our camera in the gondola showing off how much further they still have to go to get up that mountain. Looks like it's not straight up either. They're taking a little twists and turns here and there. Some other athletes still on low rig. Maybe we can get some shots of Skitch.
Excuse me. No, you don't know at all. I'm all over the place.
This view right here. So awesome. Gonna let you guys ride along with the gondola for a moment and just take in the scenery with a little bit of silence.
Not really. They told me what rule.
All right, here we are at the top of the mountain. We see the rope climb, and you can see how much of an angle that rope climb is on, the way the ropes are hanging straight down, but it looks like they're at an angle based off the frame itself.
Dude, I was last minute. I was like, hey, I'm not far from here. You need somebody to rabbit?
We've got Dylan at, trying to see which obstacle he is at, what rig that is. Looks like he's going to keep on heading up the mountain. It's really hard to tell how long it's going to be before we see the guys make their way up there. But looks like Jamie's going to try and head down a little bit just to kind of get an eye on where they are. VJ's in lead, and Logan Brombent was not far behind him. Ryan Kempson was in third. Yeah, he passed. VJ passed him somewhere on that first descent after that first climb. He had a pretty hefty lead at the farmer's carry, but then after that, he on the next climb up, after they came through Valkyrie, Logan must have been bombing the hill pretty fast because he made up some ground on him.
Yeah, that's Chris. That's at Kurt James' top.
It does seem like we're seeing the women come through Valkyrie at the moment. We're seeing the front runners go through. Not sure who's in what place at the moment, but we just got eyes on Chris Rugolowski going through Valkyrie. And it seemed like there was a pack of women with some rabbits chasing them and some camera people chasing them.
She made it through.
Chris is through Valkyrie, headed up the mountain. We were just talking about how it's looking like VJ's lead is starting to open up a little bit more on Logan. Logan, possibly the fatigue of the travel that he's been going through to get out here is starting to hit him.
Jamie, can you still hear me on top of the mountain?
Sure can.
Awesome.
So up here I have rope climb and what other two?
Right after, let's see, first is Lagasse is right after rope climb.
Okay, I'll be sure to catch those two.
They do a little out and back to before they get to a rig that's kind of in between the rope climb and Lagasse. I don't know if you can see it from there or not.
I definitely have the rope climb. I see it. I was kind of waiting. I was pretty even with them for a while coming up the mountain. I feel like they should be coming up any second.
Okay. Mark's saying that they may have removed that rig. So you might just have rope climb and Lagasse.
And here comes first place, getting up to the top of the mountain.
Awesome, thanks. You're doing a great job.
He's got only a couple of obstacles. We're hearing that it's only the rope climb and Lagasse up there. The technical rig that was up there has been taken down, or maybe it was never put up due to just the conditions during build time.
Woohoo!
What shirt is Dylan wearing?
That's Logan in first.
Oh, wow.
Unless we missed VJ come through. I mean, it's possible that all of these guys have caught up and passing them up on the climb, but I'm really not sure. So we're really not sure where VJ or Kimson is.
He's in fifth.
Would you like to come behind the mic?
Can you see what happened?
We have Tamara, VJ's girlfriend's mom.
Yeah, I manage VJ.
And so first up the mountain we saw Logan and then two other guys after him. So really not sure.
Yeah, I had a report that he was extending his lead, and then I just got a report that he was in fifth.
Yeah, we're really not sure. Here's Lagasse. Hopefully the signal doesn't get us here. Yeah, we're not sure what happened. We saw him on the gondola ride up. We could see that he was still in the lead, but at some point the gondola passed him, and we didn't see much after that.
Yeah.
Do they take out the rig that's in between these?
So where are you looking at your results to see what place he's in at the moment?
Yeah.
That's the Ryan Kimson.
Okay. Thank you.
They said he was in 5th, but now that he's like that, the lead is getting larger on him. I have no idea what's happening.
Who saw what place he's in?
His dad is up there, and also his coach, Richard.
Very nice.
I do see that they've put footholds on the.
Yes, go.
Oh wow, he didn't even have to lean that one. So they did put footholds on the 4x4s that are up there, which I think a lot of people were worried that it was just handholds on those. This could be VJ here. That does kind of look like his stride.
Yep.
Do you think it's possible that the mountain just got to him?
No, he's been training for this specifically. I wonder if he had trouble somewhere. Yeah,
because he was definitely still in first through the obstacles that were mid-mountain. Not much problem with Lagaff, but a little bit of walking off of it.
Yeah.
So maybe
that?
Maybe he is gassed.
Yeah.
Lagaff is tricky to get that momentum.
So they're on their downhill now, right?
From here, they do have a little out and back, and then they kind of go around on the top of the mountain just for a moment before heading back down.
Okay.
Oh, he had to start over.
Good job.
All right, I want to head back out there and watch what's happening.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Lagaff, you can see this athlete tried to get up high on that one, and it didn't really work out for him. Actually, it was better just putting his feet on the bottom holds and then leaning into it that way. On the poles, it's a little harder, a little easier to get on top because there's nowhere to put your feet and really lean out from it. A couple tries for that athlete, but he got through. It's always fun to see somebody excited about getting through an obstacle.
Do you want me to stay up here and try and catch the girls, or go ahead and head back down? They did take that other rig out.
The girls are still going to be some time before they get up there, so you can go ahead and take the gondola back down.
Okay.
Signal wrist. Signal wise on the mountain's getting a little dicey, but we're still getting some stuff. Not sure where our rabbit is at the moment, where Dylan is.
Good job.
We're going to get our Jamie back on the gondola and head back down the mountain.
Can I get in with you? Thanks. What'd VJ say? I am, but there's a bunch of us, so.
So Jamie's actually in the gondola with VJ's dad. So I'm sure they'll have a nice conversation on the way down.
Not much. He's doing good.
I'm going to let them know, and then we'll listen in.
They will crown a men's and women's champion of the 100-meter sprint.
Well, I don't have any spontaneous commentary.
Well, I guess I won't tell anyone what you said, so. I am helping film for the OCR report.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
I wish that this went down the trail that they're running down. So
I
you
know,
can
like
see it.
2 lifts, like we need one on the other side, like where the ski bench lift is, because I know I could hear people cheering on that other side, but you can't see it, like when they're coming down before they come back up.
Mm-hmm.
Did they hear your audio or just the video?
Right now, we're doing both.
Oh.
That's so if you have any commentary on how you think VJ is doing, or
I think he's doing
go
good.
for it.
He's just
He's doing good for the course.
Yeah.
You know, for the win, it's concerning, but
He was doing really good when he got to the low rig. Like he was still really, far ahead.
right, but
And then this.
this.
And I rode, I'm sure y'all did too. Coming up, I rode and like he was still.
Mm-hmm.
When I got off, like then that was a surprise to me that he wasn't.
Well, he was
in first coming
was
up the
gonna
rest
try
of the
to
way.
He was going to try to maintain. He wasn't going to like try to play it too safe.
Right.
But
This is a beast.
yeah, it's basically a beast, and it's a mountain beast, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a few years to get that one, his body figured out for that. But we'll see. Still hoping for a top 3.
I feel like a lot can change at the bottom though right now because there's so
For
many
sure.
rigs, and like if you saw Logan down at Valkyrie and
He
stuff,
was-
he was struggling. So.
Yeah, he was way out of breath. And yeah, struggling with the rig. There's still a ton of race.
Somebody also
left.
said they saw Logan like roll his ankle, so kind of concerned
he
how he's
did
gonna
say that when he
do
got on
down.
Valkyrie. He did say
Well,
that he rolled his ankle.
It's obviously not affecting him.
No, just pushing right through it.
Any of those, right?
It might affect him on the downhill
Maybe.
because that's a little, aggressive and you're fast and.
Well, usually he just like flails down the hill and like
Yeah.
just like a bullet.
He goes for it.
So I'm kind of curious how fast he's willing to take it right now.
Yeah. I joked yesterday. I said I'm just gonna lay down and roll, but that downhill was very rocky. So I was. Today it might be different, but let's see.
That's so crazy. That's still the elite men right there.
It is.
So we don't get to see any of their
No.
downhill on this side.
Mm-mm. Oh, there's an elite woman.
Let me guess, Lindsay?
No.
Really?
Oh, yes, it is.
It is Lindsay?
There's Lindsay. Get it, girl.
Wow, there's,
Where is the next one?
I think over there in the white.
Oh, yep, maybe so. It looks like Chris.
Is that Chris?
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. There's Matt.
Okay, so they're coming back down the mountain. They have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Taking your
5.
seat.
Oh, go for it.
So they have 5 obstacles on the way down.
Yeah. So for elite women, we've got Lindsay, and then Chris is right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
I don't know if he caught that. Did you catch that? There's Jason! That's my husband! Behind, oh, who is that? Is that the... Who is that girl?
They actually have 5 more.
Oh, there's Rose.
They already did the over-under over, and then the next one is the Force 5 rig. Then
Yeah,
there's the
right
Force 5
behind my
rig.
husband, now in front of my husband. But there's one in between, and I couldn't really see her
Oh, is that Ida?
when we were going.
That's Ida.
That's Ida.
Okay.
3 braids. That's her.
I was kind of like all up in the door.
Third and fourth, right?
Yes. I don't think Jason could hear me.
Shoot.
Jason, you there?
Yep.
Did you hear my report on the women?
Yep, sure did.
Okay.
Great job. Appreciate it.
Somehow I didn't film like yeah. I don't see how that happens. I press it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Show me. Now I've got Miles Keller here in the booth with me.
Hey.
He's actually going to be helping out here as we're seeing Ryan Kempson just come into Twist on Life. These front runner guys are a little more than halfway down the mountain, so they're going to be coming back into the village soon.
Yeah, look him as he's coming down. He's really starting to pick up speed. He's going to capitalize on the downhill. Everyone is obviously inherently going to be a little slower on the uphill, but watch him start to capitalize on this and really try and build a cap. There's one of the other rabbits bombing downhill. That kind of gives you an idea. The video doesn't quite do the descent justice. It could be pretty steep in areas. We couldn't ask for better weather.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
it's
beautiful.
Today. Yeah,
it's beautiful. And usually at the top, it's supposed to be really cold, but we're hoping around 11 a.m. it'll be around 55 at the top, and that's warm for at the top, right? Because we're afraid it's gonna be 40 degrees. A lot of us, everyone here is from different parts of the world. You and me are from Texas, where we're not used to that kind of cold. And when it does get cold, it freezes everyone's pipes, and we have to declare a state of emergency, right? So we're not used to the cold.
Yeah, so I'm really even debating, like, should I even bother tucking a shirt in my back of my shorts for up there? Or probably not.
No, I wouldn't think, but I would definitely wear a shirt. And, that's not something Miles Keller ever says. I'm always for running without a shirt. But there is a cargo net up there that you got to drag the rec bag through. And from what I understand, I have not visually seen this with my own eyes. This was told to me by someone who works in the staff, that it's rope. It's not a cargo net. It's like a cargo net, but it's a rope and not the straps that we're used to, say, Dragon Spirit at Tough Mudder.
Yeah. So
imagine as you try to go underneath that, if that's a rope, man, it's going to tear up your back a lot.
That's true. And we are seeing the front runners coming down to Pendulum right now. Right behind us. We're not catching it on camera at the moment, but they are coming behind us out the window.
Let me see.
Your village shot camera.
Yeah, we can't tell from this distance.
That's Logan Broadbent in first.
Oh wow, I didn't know Logan showed up. I thought for sure he'd be at Tahoe.
Ryan Kempson right behind him.
Wow, Logan Broadbent having a hell of a year.
Ryan Kempson just overtook Logan on pendulum with a really big maneuver.
Now let's see if we can capitalize that on Canyon. Canyon is giving a lot of people problems. They didn't give any of the pros problems yesterday.
And they're not doing Canyon at the moment. They're going straight to the rec bag after pendulum.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay, they changed it from the 3K yesterday.
Yeah, the course layout's a little bit different.
Look at that climb. How long do you think this rec bag climb is?
It honestly doesn't look as long as it has been in past years. Maybe
quarter mile.
I mean, we're looking at it from a distance, so it's really hard to gauge.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a quarter mile. But keep in mind the rec bag, 50 pounds, right?
And we have this shot right here. We can actually see.
Do we have any idea of how far they're into the race at this point?
This is over halfway for sure. I mean, once the rec bag carry is done, let's take a look at the map real quick. Once the rec bag carry is done,
they hit 10. They hit 10 kilometers at the top. Okay.
This is the end. After the rec bag carry, they go through the village. Okay. They hit Canyon first after the rec bag, and then they do the last gauntlet of obstacles, and then that's it.
You know what's really hard about this rec bag carry too is that usually when you're climbing up a mountain, you want to power hike, right? Get your hands on your knees, alternate, kind of take some of the stress off your legs as you come up. But with the rec bag carry, obviously you have it on your shoulder. Unless you could balance it in such a way you could still touch your leg, your knees. That's not always possible for everyone. That's going to make it continually difficult. So it's very, very taxing. Like you said, they've already reached 10K. So they've got to be hurting. I don't see anyone running it. I think I saw Logan Broadbent. He was jogging it. You really want to try and build a gap. This is where OCR really pays off. Yancey Culp would always say pinch time, pinch seconds, meaning just really maximize in every single second. Because especially at this level of competition right now, you know, hey, that could really cost someone big time, and you can capitalize on that. And we've all been at a race, and we've done something where we know, man, I could have pushed a little harder, I could have went a little faster. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it as easy in this section, and then you end up beating yourself up because you know everyone's their own worst critic. You're like, oh, I could have went a little faster. So you want to pinch those seconds and really take advantage of every moment you have, but be cognizant of that inside your head because it's easy in the moment to see someone hiking in front of you and then start slowing down.
I'm gonna go get our static camera zoomed in on that on the rec bag climb right now. But as we can see, it still looks like Logan out in front and Ryan Kempson behind him, and possibly Igor behind them in third.
Yep, and there we see the little low crawl where people have to take about, we'll say about 100 meters up. They got to take the rec bag and go underneath a cargo net, the one I was telling you about earlier. Except for
BJ's down at pendulum right now.
Oh, BJ's down at pendulum. Okay. Yeah, then Logan has an impressive lead on VJ, but of course, hey, VJ won yesterday, man. He went really hard yesterday, so he's not fresh. I believe Logan was not at the 3K yesterday, so he showed up fresh. It's going to give you a little bit of an advantage. And we'll see exactly how that plays out. Let's see. Did you see where VJ went? He just finished pendulum, and he's about to start. He's rocking the heart rate strap. That's a big deal. His coach, Rich Diaz, is big on heart rate training, and I'm a big fan of it as well. I don't like wearing it during the race because it's just a little constriction on your chest, and you're obviously trying to breathe. So here we come. We see, yeah, there we go. See a little bit of a gap as, let's see who that is. It's a little granular.
That's Ryan Kempson.
Yeah, Kempson coming down while VJ is coming up. He's going to try and maximize on that. Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a wide shot. We can see Logan just now coming out of the low crawl. Kempson is out of that, out of the carry.
VJ looks like he's hiking it. Logan is running downhill with it. He's maximizing on his Yeah, maximizing on the momentum from the downhill with the rec bag. You have that weight on your shoulders. You're running down, so you can run that much faster. And kind of let gravity do its work, you know. And
Kempson was through Canyon quite quick. And here comes Logan through.
Wait, I thought you're skipping Canyon to go straight to the rec bag. Oh, they're
Yeah.
doing.
Yes.
They're doing.
To Canyon, go to the slip wall, do that out and back to go back through the village the opposite direction.
Oh, Logan almost missed the bell there, and it looks like Igor's passed him up. I believe that's Igor.
Let's talk about Canyon. Have we mentioned how they've altered the obstacle from
A little
yesterday?
bit, but we are seeing how they raised it up. You're not having to quite get as much in a ball when you go through it.
Yeah, they raised it up a little bit. A lot of people lost their bands at Canyon. It's really, really hard. You can only imagine how hard that would be for the taller guys to have to engage their core, lift up their legs, to get underneath this transition. For those of you who may not have seen it on the video, there's rings that go down, and then it's a very low space between the ground that you're not allowed to touch. You can graze it. You can't touch it as long as it does not propel you forward. And then there's about 4 rings that go up. Lots of people lost their band yesterday, had a really hard time with it. So they, I believe they took away 1 ring and put the bell there and also raised it up. It was originally going to be 3 feet. I think it got raised a foot. So we'll see. They're just coming off a little foot.
Kempson in first place.
I believe that obstacle is from a trail race series that's new that I just now heard about in OCR.
Black Swamp?
No, I think it's called Bigfoot Trail Race.
Okay.
I could be totally wrong.
I thought
it's
it was
some new obstacle we've never seen.
Yeah, I thought it was Black Swamp Dash, but it's been a couple of years since we've seen it, so yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, Logan has a nice lead here.
Ryan
I'm sorry,
Kempson.
Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Kempson.
So we're waiting to see Kempson come through Urban Sky here.
This has got to feel good for the Kempson brothers. This is their home turf. They're born and raised around here. Matt and Ryan Kempson. Of course, Ryan doing the running, Matt helping design some of these obstacles with Kempson designs. This has got to feel right at home. There's something, but also maybe a little bit of pressure, right? You think there's always that little bit of pressure to do better at your home race.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a world championship, so they got a lot of pressure on them. Let's see if we see. Oh, yeah.
Great
Look
shot
at
of
Ryan
running through the village.
Yeah, he knows the finish is right up ahead. He's ready to get this thing done with.
Our camera times are off just a touch, but there he is on the Urban Sky. One-handing it all the way through, looking smooth.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, a little. Almost a miss there.
Skipped the last one, nailed it. Right into it. Okay, now he's going to go into the
ricochet. A little bit of
ricochet.
replay here. There's that little miss.
From a different angle. There. Nice. Okay, now he's on the ricochet. Oh, yeah, look, he's hurting.
But he's got this, as long as he stays smooth through these obstacles, he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, and this is not too difficult of an obstacle. This is a really creative. I love this obstacle, man.
I know.
Very, very creative. It looks so simple.
Looks like Igor and Logan in third.
Oh, yeah, they're right on his butt. They're going to make him work for it.
Ryan on ricochet. We've got a lot of action going on right now. No problem. We'll switch back over to Logan finishing up Urban Sky. This is it. This is
All
Ryan
right, here we go.
for the win. Last obstacle, cargo climb.
After coming in second place yesterday. All right, coming in to take the win. I can't imagine anything happening to make him lose this lead at this point. It would be pretty impossible. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is your male pro 15K division OCR world champion.
2021 world champion.
So good to be back racing. Good to have the championship series back. Look at that. Strong. He's celebrating.
We can already hear the cheers in the background behind us.
We can hear it from outside. It's
Look at him nose it. That's amazing. Wow. An hour and 35 minutes.
Wow, that's an incredible time. You guys have got to see this mountain. Come out to Stratton, Vermont. Come out, do OCR World Championships or North American Championships if you're from North America. And you can see just kind of climbing we're getting. I think we're supposed to be getting about 4,000 feet of gain, right?
Really?
I believe so.
Igor, I feel confident that's Igor. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think that's the colors of the Russian flag. I think that's his, I should say the Russian flag.
And there goes Logan in third. Logan, after traveling as much as he did to get here, still taking home third while leading for most of the race. Our camera delay is a little bit here.
What now?
Okay, here we go. All right, we'll see. Now here come the leaders. So everyone's pretty close together. This is a really impressive performance. You think that in this size of a race, a 15K up and down a mountain with a litany of very technical obstacles, there would be a bigger, further gap. But the fact of the matter is the sport has evolved. Everyone's getting more and more efficient on the obstacles. So you see the gaps just closing and closing and closing. So you see these top men coming in, and not even a minute away from each other. These are seconds away from each other. You know, we have a whole bunch of guys coming through. Can't quite tell who the gentleman is on the cargo net right now. Let me see if I can see. No, he's running. He's already down. Okay. Oh, video's freezing.
Like I've worked most of it out. My lats are really sore.
Let's see who we got on the. If anybody's on the record, is nobody on the record? Yeah, there's some guys.
Do we know
on
what
the
time
the
women? Did the women go first, or they go after the men?
The women went second, and we did see them coming through, heading up the mountain. But by the time shortly after they started heading up, we already had guys coming down. From that big climb there.
Okay. Dylan Scott running fast, man. I didn't know one of your rabbits, ladies and gentlemen, is a High Rocks champ, is a legend, the future of the sport. You guys don't know? Come here, man. Get in the video. Show this guy.
What's going on?
Dylan Scott, man. This guy is a D1 track athlete that did a little High Rocks and found out he's a little stronger than some of the other runners. Crazy fast. You went recently to Germany, right?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Tell us about Germany. Well, we're waiting to see more people come through.
Yeah.
How did the German High Rocks go?
Oh, dude, it was a blast. It was a blast. So I got to go over there, and I stayed with one of my buddies who also competed, Marcus Friesen. He did a great job just hosting us over there. Made it to where the acclimation to the country and everything, when I've never been over Europe, made it a lot easier. So we get over there, rest up, drive across the country, show up to High Rocks. They put on a wonderful event. Had a great time. And man, even though the German sleds are easier, the Europeans are fast.
Yeah,
they're fast.
Super fast. Well, they've been doing High Rocks way longer than us. The High Rocks is new to us, so they're used to that format. And then they don't change it up. It's not like OCR where we have different obstacles thrown in at different locations with varying terrain. Hey, man, it's 1,000 meters flat.
Yeah,
following by the same exact exercise station.
Doesn't change.
Which makes it easier to train for.
It does.
But man, you do phenomenal, man. I'm really fascinated by your technique on the sled. And I don't want to get too High Rock specific here because I know we're watching OCR Championship, but I didn't know you were out on the field running back and forth. You should have been out there, man.
Well, here's the problem. You saw me out at the Grid Games.
Yeah.
And the obstacle proficiency not that good. So I didn't really hone in on that. I worried about High Rocks more. I live like about 75 minutes from here. So I saw that they needed somebody to grab it, and I was like, let's get a workout in.
Yeah.
I got a Boston Marathon coming up, so I was like, let's go get some running in.
Oh, you're doing the Boston Marathon?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, man.
So I was like, let's get some running in the legs.
You get to play around on the obstacles?
I might do it a little bit later.
Yeah. You try practice some of it? Come let me know how it goes, man. We'll talk about strategy and some of the rec bag. I mean, not the rec bag, some of the more technical stuff like canyon.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, thank you for doing Rabbit for OCR Report, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, of course.
You're blazing. Those guys. What kind of pace do you think that? Because you were running next to Ryan Kempson as he's coming through towards the end. What kind of pace was he running?
He was easily into the. I mean, he was in the 540s at the end here.
Wow, was he really a 540?
He felt like he was
It
moving.
looked like a 6 on the video, but
I mean, the video through this part right through here is a little bit like downhill flat.
Yeah.
Up over that through there, then yeah, you're probably like 6'10" maybe or something.
okay.
But as he rounded that bend, he was still moving decent. Like he was not running slow.
Yeah. Well, they were making him work for it. They really tried to close the gap towards the end. You saw second, third place. Igor, I didn't know anything about him. I'm sure they probably know about him in Russia. It's obviously way far away, so we don't get to know a lot about those athletes, but I'm sure they're incredible, legit athletes. I heard somewhere that he does a 2:14 marathon.
That is impressive.
And he doesn't look like a 2:14 marathon. His body style, he's too big for that.
He's big. I looked at him as like he came over the top, and now that you just said 2:14 marathon, I would like to put him on a scale and know like what the ratio of largest man to fastest marathon is, because he might be pushing that.
Be in it. Yeah,
he might be it.
We look at guys in our sport like Hunter McIntyre and like these are larger built guys, and we call these guys what they call the steeds, right?
Yeah,
these bigger guys,
Clydesdales.
Yeah, Clydesdales. Yeah, exactly, man. They're just like genetic phenoms. That they're larger dudes, but have that aerobic engine. They can still blow through stuff, and they're really, really fast. And it's rare.
Yeah.
But Igor seems to be like this right in between, like a Ryan Kempson and a Hunter McIntyre. He has this build.
He sits somewhere. I think he sits somewhere close to where maybe Ryan Kent is right now.
Yeah. Ryan. No, I think Ryan Kent is
a little smaller than him.
Yeah, I think he's a little smaller than him. He's doing a lot more running and stuff. You know, he has a college track background as well. So he's had that engine.
Yeah.
So I wonder what his what Igor's background is like in Russia. I hear he speaks decent. He understands enough English, and you can have conversations.
Okay.
Which is really impressive because I don't even know. I think I know how to say goodbye in Russian. Is it das vidanya?
You're asking a guy who speaks no. I think the only thing I say in Russian is I think grandma. I'm pretty sure that's babushka.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I think I have heard that. I have heard that.
That's all I know.
We probably absolutely slaughtering.
To all of our Russian viewers, I'm apologize.
Yeah. We want them to subtitle this and have all the Russians just kind of face palming. Some Americans, disappointing.
I know. If I had to guess for a guy of his size who has an engine like that, I would want to point to rowing.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he's amazing tire ups.
I bet he would.
Oh my God!
Don't tell him about it.
Yeah, don't tell him about it. Yeah. We got enough competition.
Don't tell him about it. That's hard. I'm 6th in the world. I got 5 other guys I got to go pick off, so I don't need another one showing up in Russia.
Yeah, exactly. And it was wild. I thought, Hunter McIntyre's won all the time at High Rocks. All the time. He won in Germany. He lost. He got 4th, right?
4th, yeah.
Yeah, 4th. And I mean, maybe there's something to be said for that lag of the travel.
Maybe so.
You know
I mean, he's gone over there before and won with the travel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Americans, what we did was we did the losers podium, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We did the losers podium. Yeah. We were like, we went 1, 2, 3, but we're the first 3 off done.
I think they saw us coming. They saw the Americans coming. We're like, oh no, we're not. We're defending home.
Yeah,
we got to fend them off, and they must work hard for it.
And the dude who got 3rd came out of nowhere. The Portuguese guy.
Yeah,
like nobody was talking about him. And
I don't know of any Portuguese OCR athletes at all. Or I mean, it's not OCR, but still,
Tiago, he just shows up, and he was so fast. Like he had the fastest running split by a good 40-something seconds.
Wow, no way.
It was maybe 36 because I think it was 29:07, Magida, me, and we were like right up under 30 minutes. So, I mean, he blew everybody out of the water on the runs and then had a phenomenal burpee broad jump at the same bag lunge. And those 2 things put him into contention, and he killed it.
I don't know how you run after the sled push. Well, I did duos with my wife.
Yeah.
And she couldn't push the sled at all, so I did the whole thing. And I was like legs shaking after her, and she's like running off, ready to start the run again. Honey, hold on. I can't. No. Hold on a second. I can't feel my legs. Hold on. I was doing that bit like, dude, I don't know how you get back to running at so fast, but you gotta, like we were talking earlier, pinch seconds. And that's what you can see a lot of these gentlemen have done. They've managed to maximize every little second. Before, even early on, you see the elite wave in OCR, people could take a breath before they attempted an obstacle. Because that is your initial a feeling of what you want to do before you start. Let me take a deep breath, because it's hard to go into an obstacle breathing hard. But at this point in this level of competition, you can't. You just gotta go, and if you can try and maybe learn how to breathe through the obstacle, it has a chance. So, because what a lot of people do too is you'll notice that they hold their breath.
Yes.
And that is really, really bad. I'm guilty of it. Everyone I know is guilty of it, because when you come off the obstacles, and you're
yeah, and especially if you're new to it. If the obstacle makes you nervous, that's the first thing you do is you start to tense up and you grab a hold of something, and then all of a sudden you forget like the little things that a seasoned veteran would be like, okay, remember I gotta breathe here. I've done this before. So a movement pattern when it's new, it always takes so much more concentration.
Yeah, man.
And while they change up the obstacles and everything like that, and people can't train for every single thing that's out here, when you've done something that's pretty similar to it, that neural patterning's still there. And you're like, I've seen this kind of before. I know how to move my body in space. And you're not tense, you're nice and loose. And you can even see late in the race, Kimson doing that.
Yeah.
Like, as he comes through, he's like bumping off of walls as he's going through those rings, as they're zigzagging a little bit. But he's smooth.
He skipped the last hold on the obstacle right before Ricochet. He skipped it, just hits the bell. And normally, man, you wouldn't want to like risk losing a space there by making a daring attempt like that. But he was just super confident.
Exactly.
And he knew he had enough lead where, okay, I'm right before the last obstacle. I'll be fine. And he capitalized on it. You see everyone hiking the rec bag carry. You know what's nice about the rec bag carry? Say, if all of us in OCR have done a rec bag carry where it's muddy, and that adds a bunch of weight to the rec bag, it gets inside your head, man. It'll really slow you down. But, hey, you can, if you've done OCR before, if you've done OCR World Championships before, if you've done this specific rec bag carry, you're like, oh man, it's a beautiful day outside. It's not really that muddy.
No, it's really not.
So it's very doable, and it kind of gives you a little mental boost, right, of positivity.
Well, I think you've got two things. You've got the mental boost of being like, all I got to do is go up this, down that, and around the corner, and I'm almost out of this. I'm almost done. So, that bag might be a little heavy, but it's not nearly as heavy as if they put it way back in the woods.
Yes.
For some reason, further away from the finish line that bag is, the more weight's added.
Well, in previous years, it was always when you came, you went straight up the mountain, back down, and then did the rec back carry after bombing the mountain. That was even worse.
Yeah.
This is rough too, though, because the last thing you want to do after you come down, going all the way up top of this mountain, getting 4,000 feet, you don't want to go up a little bit, not even a little bit, man. You want to like, hey, I'm ready to finish the race, and I'm ready to get something to eat, and hang out with my buddies. Oh, I'd like to see where the women are at. See everyone's hanging out.
Yeah, so we're still waiting for the women to come off the mountain. I'm gonna go down and see if my wave is on time.
Okay.
And if you, if you don't see me again, then it is.
Okay,
but,
I got it from here.
I appreciate you, Miles.
Yep, absolutely. I have hijacked OCR report.
When the women finish and get done, I want you to hit this red button right here.
When the women finish, and just hit that button.
Like the show's over, hit that stream button.
Okay. Got it. I go off at 11, Dylan.
Not even racing.
Oh, no, me. I'm going off at 11, my age. I like that they're not doing the... Are we still recording? Yeah. For sure.
All right.
What, 9:55?
And that is the current. That's not the right time. It's 9:55, right?
And let's throw up the clock for the women. You can see how long they've been out there for hour 36 minutes.
36. What did our first guy come in at time-wise?
I think it was about 1:30.
About 1:30.
It was amazing.
So the women should not be
shortly. Probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes at the most, I think.
So what I might do is hop back out there and see if I can catch some coming in.
You probably could.
Yeah,
okay, absolutely.
I'm up to 20%. That'll hold.
Well, if you want to take that with you, you can. And if you just want to hold it in your hand, I don't know how. It's not a long cord, but.
Nah, it'll work. What I've got now will hold me over because I was at like 20% up at the 12K point.
Nice.
And it's over that. So I'll go catch these women coming in.
You the man, Dylan.
Thank
Miles, thank you so much. Dylan, you're awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take it off mute here, and we will talk.
It's already off mute. It's hearing us right now. So
oh, okay.
Miles has taken over for me. Thank you guys for watching. Continue to give Miles some love. He's
Yeah.
a much better commentator than I will ever be.
Nah, I don't know about that. You got the better commentating, and he's prettier. You guys got to look at this mug now.
You may hear Jamie on the walkie.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Is she one of?
She's that camera right
She's
there.
that camera right there. Okay, cool. Okay, no problem, brother. Go kill it. All right, guys, here we go. So the women have been out on the course for an hour 37. The men's first place time. There's Ryan Kempson right there. He got it in an hour 30. I believe right about an hour 30. So let's see what time the women come in. I bet you any money you're gonna see Lindsay come in through in about 7 minutes. 8 minutes. I don't see anyone coming bombing down the hill yet. I can kind of glance out this back window and kind of give a look. You guys can't quite see it very well on the video, but I can see them coming down when they do. And once she starts coming down the hill, she's going to bomb down there. We'll see who's giving her a run for her money. I tell you what, I wonder if I wasn't here for when they started. Ida is a Danish athlete that came down. They got second place in the 3K yesterday, and she was pretty beat up. I'm not sure if she has it in her to do today's 15K. I know they're doing the teams, the Leons. The Danes have a really strong team for tomorrow's team relay. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see who's going to be leading. I successfully called the winners yesterday. I wasn't on the recording when that happened, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be Lindsay in first. And I bet you any money, Rose looked in good shape. That it could very well be a repeat from yesterday. Now, I wonder if Karen Carlson from over in Europe came over too, man. You have some phenomenal female OCR athletes that I did not see them yesterday, but that doesn't mean they're not here. Some of these people, they specialize in something like a 15K, so they want to show up fresh. It's not advantageous to race the 3K pro, then try and do the 15K pro. So we'll see, and you can see where that pays off. I think that was really smart by VJ. I guess he didn't do the 15K today, and I think that's a smart move because he was blazing fast yesterday. A time on the 3K, which is only 1.7 miles, he did it in 17 minutes. It was like 17 minutes and 21 seconds, something absurd like that. Crazy fast with all these technical obstacles. Is just mind-blowingly fast. The guys like him and right around the age group, we're starting to see that's the future of the sport. They're getting faster, more efficient. They're coming up with this sport. As this sport continues to grow and be around, it's still a new sport. So it's cool to see the newer generation become so now. Yeah. Oh, there's VJ. There's VJ right there. Okay. I'm not sure what place he placed in. He said, hey, I'm going to go out there and give the 15K a shot, too. There's his coach, Rich Diaz. Make one of his running clinics. He's a phenomenal guy, man. What a fantastic dude. Me and him were talking yesterday. He'll probably be moving closer towards the middle of the country, there, Tennessee, from California, and do more running clinics in that area. Okay, here we go. We got some more pro athletes on Canyon. Yeah, you can see for sure they raised it up quite a bit. Look at that. Yeah, that's significantly higher than it was yesterday. It's the pro wave, so there shouldn't be really a line there. But yesterday on the 3K, there was a huge line. People were closed all around it. When I came through, I said, hey, first try.
They haven't. I don't think they've started down.
Oh yeah, it's a rough.
Last I heard, they
Let's see if the women are coming down the hill yet. No, I don't see them coming down.
I feel like
just watching people. This is gonna get inside my head. I go race at 11. I race in 2 hours here. No, I race in an hour. And I'm watching people struggle on this rec bag carry. Love the rec bag though. It's easy to clean. It's easy to carry around with you. It's really, really durable. You should see what they've been put through at these races.
and like they're so sweaty.
But
And they're
Stratton Mountain in Vermont, man, that's beautiful. First time ever coming to this state. It's exactly the way I'd seen it in pictures and thought it was going to be. I know it's surprising if you're in OCR for any amount of time, you're probably in Vermont at some point. But this is really cool. Let's see if we can see the women coming through. No, that is a gentleman coming down right there.
With VJ's dad, and we were like, we can't see any of the descent, and we were watching all the. I said, well, I'll turn this way for the pro women, and so then I saw Lindsay, and then Chris, and then all of a sudden, like I look and I'm like, oh, there's Rose.
It should be a little less muddy than yesterday. Yesterday, the course. Oh, look, there's Brenna. There's Brenna Red Beast Calvert. One of OCR's favorites. She's been around the scene forever. We love seeing her. She's helped build a lot of the Conquer the Gauntlets and build a lot of other races. But yeah, it was really muddy yesterday. Super, super muddy. It was actively raining. And so coming down, oh man, you're going to build up some speed running downhill. But when you hit those really muddy areas and you start to slide and there'd be some rocky areas like straight rock, you just slide across it. I ran right over the line and try and run right back into the course there, because if I did it, I was just gonna eat it. Yeah, waiting for the wave to come down. See what we have on the. See who else we have coming through in our rabbit cam. Moving on, next obstacle. Yeah, they raised Canyon quite a bit. They tried these race brands trying to hit a sweet spot of how many people can get through an obstacle. They want a certain percentage of failure rate. They don't want too many people to fail it. If too many people fail it, people don't enjoy the race as much. It gets too difficult. So they try and strike this easy balance. And I know there's an argument to be had for either way. You know, hey, we shouldn't dumb it down. We shouldn't make it any easier. You just need to be better. And there's some people that say, hey, no, it should make this doable for all like sizes and ages. Anybody know where to watch Tahoe? Nope. I do not. I bet it's a hell of a race over there too. I tell you what, for over in Tahoe at the U.S. National race, my bet is if Lindsay and Rose are over here, I think Alex Walker, the Texas T-Rex, the pride of Texas, I think she wins Tahoe. I think that'd be absolutely incredible. I'm rooting for Alex Walker. Is that one of the women coming down? No, that's a guy.
Bring your bag at merch. I'm going up for the volunteer thing. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a thing for the volunteer.
Let me get some water here. Let's see who we have on the cam. Here you go. Okay, that's one of our European athletes coming into the rec bag carry. You'll notice a specific jerseys there for a lot of the European athletes. They have Garmin, specific sponsors that are more predominant over in Europe, especially for that Toughest Elite series. I'm not sure if Toughest Elite has any obstacles out here today. Of course, with COVID and everything, it's harder for the logistics of moving things like obstacles, especially from one country to another. That makes things very difficult. Let's see who we have. Yeah, it's nice, though, that this rec bag carry is towards the end.
Oh, wait, here she comes.
Because even though it's hard, it's going to kind of give you a little bit of a...
You can see her braids just swinging.
Something to work towards. A little light at the end of the tunnel, if you were. And say, hey, hey, it's right there at the end. I can push through this. I'm almost done. So that's nice. Can't wait to see what the obstacles look like up at the top.
Lindsay's on the bag carry, and then Ida's coming into...
Yeah, a lot of guys power hiking. Tell you, if you're not from an area that has mountains, you don't practice on hills, you don't do hill repeats, you will, that weakness will be exploited here by a long shot. But once again, that power hiking technique, getting the hands on the knees back and forth, that's a good way to go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that looks like Lindsay Webster. Just as we predicted, I bet anyone would have predicted this. She's so legit. There's a guy trying to not get checked. He's going to try and catch up to her. Oh, second place is super close. All right, there's a Texas favorite, Chris Rogloski from the Grit Fitness Pro Team. She is right on Lindsay's butt. She is really, really close. Oh, no, she misses the transition. Nice save. Pulls back to get the momentum on the forward swing. Yep, she grabs it this time, no problem. She knows that's going to cost her precious seconds. She just needs to capitalize on every movement and keep on pushing. Man, she's close. Let's see if she can make up. Now, Chris Rogloski is strong. Let's see if she can make up time on this rec bag carry, then see how they come into the canyon obstacle. Wow, this will be cool. Oh, yeah. If I'm correct there, if I see Lindsay outside the window, she doesn't have that big of a lead. We're talking like 75 meters. That's not far. They're both power hiking. I mean, they've got to be tired beyond belief at this point. And so they're going to power hike it. Let's see if any of them, who gets through the cargo net with the rec bag the fastest. Let's see, do we have anyone else closer to the rec bag? Let's see if I can switch cameras here. Okay, no, let's see. See people closer. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Is that Lindsay? Trying to see if that's Lindsay right there. Yeah. Using the technique where she has the... Oh, I get this one on here. She seems to have the rec bag on one shoulder and is just head down, trying to keep on moving. See, there's Chris Rogloski pulling up on one of the other gentlemen.
That's actually true. Now I understand things better.
Okay, Lindsay Webster done with the rec bag carry. Here she comes. She's going to come in the canyon. This is the last real technical obstacle. And she blew through it yesterday. No problems, and that's when it was more difficult. I don't expect to see any difficulties here. Let's see if she changes any technique. Yep, she's going to skip a ring. She's going to go right down to that bottom one and then up. Yep, boom. See how she keeps her arms close to her body, keeping that tension? Nails the bell, goes on, does it. Look, you see that smile in her face, man. She knows this is hers. Got to see where, oh, man, we got to see where Chris is.
Would you rather me stay with Lindsay or stay close to second and third because they're pretty close?
Yeah, Lindsay Webster really made good time on the rec bag carry. And we'll see. You'll see where Chris is. And we switch over cameras. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. There's Lindsay. I'm also trying to keep an eye on Chris to let you know where she's at. Here we go. Everyone's going to run fast with her. Here we go. Yeah, quick, easy. Yep, up the rope wall. Another staple of OCR. We just have some obstacles that are straight up staples. Let me see if I can see in the background here where Chris Rogloski is. Yep, she's coming. Second place is coming down with the rec bag now. She still has some bars she has to go under with the rec bag. As Lindsay keeps doing what Lindsay does. She's the T-Pain Ludacris of OCR. All she does is win, 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 no matter what. Should never let me start hosting, right? Man, what a beast. Look, she still keeps on moving. She has time to wave. She's such an awesome person, man. She has such a good disposition. She's as humble and kind and happy in person as she is on video. And she's very approachable. If you see her on a race, you can go up to her, say hi. She loves to talk. Not as many Canadians. Canada did not show up at OCR World Championships, man. She's holding it down. She's holding down the entire country of Canada on her shoulders. Her husband's out racing Tahoe. I'd like to know how he's doing. He's probably killing it as well. You can't ask for a stronger power couple than Lindsay and Ryan. So let's see where... I can see where Chris is. I don't want to keep leaving you guys. So keep looking outside to try and see where she's at. I think I see third place female coming down rec bag carry. Oh no, I wonder if that might be second place female coming downstairs that overtook Chris Roglowski. Yeah, so Chris Roglowski might be in third. There's a battle going on. Yeah, there's a battle going on for second and third. Okay, second place female just dropped the rec bag. She's on. Oh, we're getting the connections. There we go. Let me switch over. I'm going to switch cameras over here because we're getting some bad connection issues. See if I can switch it back over here. Yep, there we go. Okay. There's our second place female. We know Lindsay has this wrapped up in the bag. She has a commanding league. Let's see. Oh, there's Ida. I believe that's Ida. Yeah, it is. From Denmark. Look at her. What a beast. Proving me wrong. I was saying, hey, she was hurting pretty bad yesterday. I don't know if she has it in her for a 15K. I was wrong. I'm eating my words. Prove me wrong. Here she comes. She's coming up to the rope climb. There's third place. Chris is not too far behind. Chris normally doesn't miss any obstacles either. She'll make quick work of the canyon. And then let's see if she has enough gas in her to go catch second place. Because Ida is not that far ahead of Chris. Look, there you go. She skips some rings right up to the top. She's using that momentum. You see how she reaches forward at the apex of her forward swing. Boom. Almost misses the bell. She's got it. Now she's picking up speed. Matter of fact, she's coming off this obstacle faster than Ida was. See if she has it in her to catch her. Meanwhile, Lindsay's come into third before last obstacle. Urban Sky. Let's see. Let me change it to Urban Sky here. Okay, we got Lindsay coming in the Urban Sky. Boom, there we go. Okay. She's going to close this out until we get more footage of second and third place. Yep, she's been through this obstacle a billion times. Yeah, it's a pain when those, yeah, you expect them a circular obstacle to move completely around, and when it doesn't move, kind of throws you off. Let's see, make sure I'm watching the time. Yep. Here she comes up. Yep. All right, two more obstacles, I should say. I'm not including the cargo net as an obstacle, but it technically is. She's going to do a ricochet. She didn't have any problem here yesterday. She's fine. Let's see how she does. Yeah, look at that. Cool and calm. Oh, little connection issue. There we go. Okay, hold on. We have another camera here. See if there's a little better angle. Here she comes. Boom. No problem. She's going to hit that bell. And this race is it again. Again, the defending world champion, Lindsay Webster. Wow, man. What an athlete. What an athlete. She just wins and wins, and she holds it down, man. She's absolutely amazing. Very, just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just year after year. Mine's going blank on the word. There we go. We're watching her go over. Wow. And she's going to come through for the celebratory. Let's see if we can get the second and third place. Lindsay is going to celebrate on her way to the finish line. Worked for it hard. Well deserved. Look at that. She's not even, most people just slide down. She's just cool and calm. Walking down the cargo net. Here she comes. There's your first place female OCR world champion for the 15K. Let's go. Still the GOAT. That's right, Aaron. She's the GOAT. She's the most consistent. That was the word I was thinking of. Still the most, there she is. Congratulations to a kinder, more humble woman. It couldn't be. She's well deserved. Now, let's see second and third place. We're going to get to see second and third place here. Let's see where they're at. They're coming through. They're not too far behind. Let's see if the battle has tightened between Ida. I'm going to mispronounce Ida's last name. I know how to spell it, and I can't quite enunciate it correctly. I think that's Ida Mathlete.
I'm just following you.
It's like Mathlete. Something like that. It's Ida. But I call her Ida. It's IDA. All right. There's another gentleman. Making quick work of it. He got the memo. He knows how we do an OCR, no shirts. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about taking off my shirt now that it's got hot enough outside and that net didn't look as bad. This is what I was talking about earlier. Oh, wow. The battle has tightened. Oh, no. That's another gentleman. There's Ida. She's still at second. She's got the lead on Chris Rogloski. Okay. See how that wheel did spin around easier, where Lindsay had to just kind of shimmy across. Okay. That'll happen. Whenever you pick a different lane, it can always be different.
She was, I mean, a little bit behind.
That's why it pays off. Sometimes if you get the race early, you can kind of look at it and figure out which one you want to do. That's a good way to do it. Look at every different lane and see if there's any differences. Hey, is there a lot of people getting through this lane as opposed to the other lane? Yes, there is. No, there's not. That way you know which lane you kind of want to tack when it's your time to go, if you get that capability. Okay, here we go. Here's Ida in. Boom. Coming through Ricochet. She's got this in the bag. This is your second place. Female 15K OCR World Champion. Oh, almost misses that bell that could have costed her at this point. Oh, we're getting bad reception. Switch. Okay, here we go. She's crossing. She's going up to the cargo net. Meanwhile, here we go. We have Chris Rogloski. This is how far apart they are. She's got third place pretty much locked up. I don't think she can make up enough time to try and catch second place. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. We got a frozen camera on second place, but she's already crossed. Ida from Denmark is your OCR World Champion, 15K. Wow, what an athlete. Now we'll watch Chris Rogloski make quick work of the of Ricochet. Ricochet, excuse me, forgetting the name. Yeah. Here we go. We're watching our rabbit try and catch back to get Chris Rogloski. Yeah, here we go. Here's your third place. Chris coming into the cargo net to finish the race. She's had a hell of a year. She's another one of those people, the young ladies that are the future of the elite in OCR. She came in. She's been in the sport for years now, and she came in when she was younger. She's not anywhere close to peaking, and she wins all the time. She's always the dominant force in the women's waves in Texas. Yep, and here he goes, showing the whole world. I'm the dominant. I'm one of the dominant forces. I'm the third dominant force in OCR in the world. Look at that. All right, ladies. Yeah, that's the top American right there. Oh my God, that's a good point. Yeah, she held it down. She brought us home a win. She brought us up one out of win. She got us on the podium. And meanwhile, Lindsay handling it down for all of Canada. I got VJ Jones here next to me. VJ, you want to talk about the race a little bit, bro? Yeah, man. I didn't think you were going to do the 15K, man. You ran so hard, and you killed it so hard at the 3K yesterday. I was like, man, he left it all out there. I didn't know if he'd have it in him to go do the 15K, or you're just saving yourself for team relay tomorrow, because you have team relay, right?
Yes, I think so. If I can get out of bed tomorrow, I'll go for the team relay.
Here, come on, get the picture.
All right, make sure I'm near the mic.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah, so who are you doing the team relay with?
Logan Broadbent and Ian Hosek.
Ooh, that's fast.
So we got a good team. We got a really strong team.
Well, you guys are all so fast. Who's doing the speed leg?
I'll probably do speed. Logan will do technical, and Ian will do strength.
Yeah.
I think that'll work. Yeah, we'll see. Whatever's shorter, I might have to take whatever the shortest leg is. I'm pretty worked.
Yeah, I bet, dude. After both days in a row, oh my God! And I hear there's a farmer's carry on the speed leg.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that wild? Yeah, that was told to me by one of the guys that worked there. I'm not 100% positive on that, but ask. Because you got to be getting spent by now, man. How was it out there?
It was great. You know, when I'm really happy with my performance. You know, I ran the race that was gonna win, so I was going for first place. I wasn't going for second or third.
Yeah.
I was going for first, and I held it until I couldn't. So things went pretty well. On all the runnable
What do
grades,
you end up placing?
I ended up placing fifth.
Okay, fifth. Okay.
And
Yeah,
I held
that's in the
lead.
world, by the way, man. Still
Yeah,
amazing.
I held the lead up until the low rig, which is about half. Actually, a little further than that, about halfway up the climb, maybe 2/3. When it was runnable grades, it was like 20%. I could still run pretty well, and I was keeping a good pace. But we got into really heavy power hiking, and it was like 35% grade or something like that, and I just couldn't. I couldn't hang like that. I'm not a very good power hiker, clearly, but. Yeah, my running legs for the mountain was good, but just the power hiking was not. So I ended up falling apart. But I came here for the 3K. I got the 3K.
Yeah, you got the win, dude. That's all.
So I'm happy with it. I think it's a big step in the right direction as far as branching into the longer distances and. I trained specifically for the 3K, so to be able to come out in the top 5 and 15, I'm pretty happy with it. And I was very happy with my climbing through most of the event, and I just fell apart on that steep climb. But it is what it is, and I'm still happy with it.
And Logan, let me switch over to I'll switch over here to the cameras. Yeah, Logan came fresh legs. Legs for the 15K.
Not necessarily that fresh, though. He flew in from the Maldives last night.
Oh my God, did he? Okay, no, I didn't know
for
that.
like more than 3-4 hours. It's been quite a bit of time. So, he had a stellar performance, and he went out super hot, and then I was able to catch him. But then he apparently was comfortable with where he was at, and caught me right up on that climb. So, props to all those guys. They did pacing correctly.
Yeah.
I clearly didn't, but I'm still happy.
Did you slow down at any point on that climb? Because it messes with you when you first start the race. You see where it goes off. It branches off to the right, and there's trees there.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't see that. You and me know it knows it keeps going up because we did the race yesterday.
Right.
But initially, if you've not done the race, it really messes with you because you think, okay, maybe it's going to curve around, and I can run on a straight a little bit, kind of catch my breath a little bit, recover a little bit.
For sure.
And no, it doesn't. It just turns around and around. You can't see around the trees, and then it keeps continually going up. Any other obstacles giving you problems today or anything?
I messed up the monkey bars. I tried to do a really long reach, and then I just missed it. So
you missed the bell or the reach?
I missed a long reach to a bar. But
Oh,
I just
okay.
hopped back on it and did it again, and it was fine. I thought my pacing was really good at the beginning. I tried to stay really comfortable, and I felt great. I was still talking with the volunteers, and I had everything under control. It's just
nice.
Halfway up that climb, my lungs still felt good, but my legs just gave out, and that's just me not being ready for those steep grades like that. So
yeah. Still doing phenomenal, man.
Yeah, thank you. Back to the workshop.
Fifth in the world, dude. You'll continue to do better, man. I've talked about you for a while, dude, because you're that generation that's coming up in OCR. So it's a newer sport, but as you come up, man, there's you're setting a really high bar. Everyone, there's no catching a breath before you attempt an obstacle. After an obstacle, the transitions are smooth, they're fast, they're efficient.
For sure.
And if there's no space, there's no chance to make, at least in the 3K, but we've known that for years now. There's no space anymore to make a mistake, at least in the men's wave. And now you're setting that precedence for a 15K as well, man. It's that transition right after the obstacle, getting into the running. You're just right back up to speed, man. And so you were wearing the heart rate strap today. Now I know the heart rate training, and your coach Rich Diaz, he's phenomenal, man. I'm all for the heart rate strap training, especially on the chest, more accurate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it makes it harder to breathe because it's squeezing on you, man. Is there any particular reason you want to wear it during the race, or is it just so you have data to work with later?
It was
on?
more to collect data and see what's going on. I'm not really concerned with what my heart rate's getting to during the race. You can kind of look and see what's going on, but it's not affecting the way that I'm approaching the race. It's nice to just look down and have an idea, but it's more to look back and reflect after the race, see how things were going. I'm gonna look at this and see what my heart rate was, going into the blow up and how everything was affected.
Yeah.
But my heart rate wasn't in a bad place, getting in there. It was more my muscles that failed than my cardiovascular system. I had more to give, but my legs did not.
Yeah.
So my legs went out, and that's just a lack of preparation, but that's okay.
You did phenomenal, man. Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
it was an interview, man. Good to see you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Keep up the good work. Continue to see you become the greatest in the sport, man. Really will. That's the future of the generation. His age, Chris Rogloski, this age, they're the future of the sport, man. Because you can only be on top of anything for so long, and then the next generation comes in, and that gentleman right there is proving it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to sign off. We got our first, second, and third place 15K world champions. We got our first, second, and third place 15K OCR world champion females. It was great being able to cover and commentate for you guys. I'm about to go off in 30 minutes. I should probably go do some warming up. Come out to OCR World Championships. Come to Stratton, Vermont. This is beautiful. If any of this stuff looks intimidating to you, you'd be amazed what you can do. Get out of your comfort zone. It's not every day you get to try something that gets you out of your comfort zone. And that's where you grow, right? Come out, try one of these races. The community is amazing. We're very, very loving. Everyone's about as talkative as me. So everyone's helping each other over through the obstacles. It's like in the pro division, you're not allowed to help each other through these obstacles. But in the open waves, everyone's helping each other over walls, all kinds of stuff. It's fantastic. So anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Ryan Kempson will be your American, holding it down for the American, the OCR World Champion for 2021, and Lindsay Webster for Canada, first place OCR World Champion, 15K female, again, the GOAT. All right, guys.